Connect with us and turn up your glow factor. Join us for all kinds of beautiful Sundays in June from 8 to 10 on HSN and shop all month long at hsn.com.
Well, you're watching HSN. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm Tamara Hooks. I'm your host, and I'm going to tell you I am so super comfortable. And you know why? It's because I'm in my Lazy Boy. I'm gonna kick off my shoes in just a second and just relax, because this is how your Lazy Boy is supposed to be used. At home, when you're relaxed, the family's running around, the kids, the grandkids, the pets are running all over the place, and this is your spot. And we've got the Lazy Boy Trooper Plus Rocker Recliner for you. Now, I just picked up the remote control. It normally stays here. It's got its own little house right here on the side, but I just picked it up. I had it pre-programmed to a comfortable fit for me. I pressed one button. It reclined for me. Look at this. Look at this remote control. I love that it's very easy, and it's literally every button gets you closer to comfort, and every one of these buttons. This remote control lives right here along the side, so you never lose it. And if I want to pop it right back in its house, there it goes. This is the power chair. So that means when I get in my perfect, comfortable position, I don't have to do anything else. And then if I have to get up, I press the little home key, and it takes me straight up, and then I can jump up and do whatever I need to do around the house. But this is where I'm gonna live. And I invite you to have a Lazy Boy Trooper all of your own. We're gonna give you all the details, but I do wanna let you know. So because this one has a remote control, this is called the power chair. There is one that's a manual, so it doesn't have a remote control, and if you don't wanna deal with remotes and buttons and figuring out how to use it, then just get the manual. You still get all of those different levels of comfort for your head, your shoulders, your lumbar, your seat, your knees, your calves, all of it. And you can see that handle right there. Those are the manual options. We've got these for you today on 5 FlexPay. I'll tell you, if you use any major credit card, to get the one that I'm in on a FlexPay, about $339 and change, okay? But if you use your HSN card, you can get our 18-month VIP financing, which is like having an 18-month FlexPay. So it would make this chair $94 and change. And if you don't have an HSN card, get one. You get lots of great benefits from having it. If you don't have one yet, your first benefit is we give you $25, and you can use it towards any purchase with your brand new HSN card. Just visit hsn.com/HSN card. I'll remind you of that throughout the hour of this weekly deal drop. I'm sitting in one of the colors, the one that we call Tawny, which is this beautiful, soft, kind of a cocoa brown. Love it, love it. And we're gonna talk about, what if I spill something on it? What if I get something on it? No worries, Lazy Boy has already thought of that. Right next to Tawny is Lead, and if you like that rich, almost, you know, kind of in the gray charcoal family, you're gonna go with Lead, which is beautiful. Next, we have Powder. So Powder has a softness to it. It looks like a mist of gray blue. It's called Powder, and it really is stunning. And then the lightest option is Oyster, but it is the most limited. And again, do not be afraid of what if it gets dirty, because Lazy Boy has already thought of that. We've got lots to share with you, so I want you to give us a few moments. We're gonna take you on a tour of your brand new Lazy Boy, your favorite place to sit and live in your home. And Amy Salm is joining us. Now, Amy always, she's the expert. She always gives us the best information about our new home within a home. The Lazy Boy is gonna be your home inside your home. I love it.
Thank you. And look, the first thing I do is I sit down and I curl up. You know, what is it that we say, ladies, we're nesting. We already start our nesting, right? So my legs are up, I'm ready, and I'm rocking without even putting my feet on the ground because of how Lazy Boy designs their chairs. The rocking rhythm balances with your body size and your body weight. So you don't even have to do anything. This is a very gentle rock, and I already start getting this amazing relaxation. Can I tell you, just when I first just know I'm walking to the chair, then I'm already feeling relaxed. And you've got yours reclined already. I'm gonna do the same with mine. I'm gonna move the table just a little bit. In the side here, this is a cradle, and I'm gonna come around in your chair in just a second. But this cradle holds your power remote. And the power remote is designed and engineered and patented by Lazy Boy. You don't need instructions on how to use this because everything we've done gives you the instructions as you go through. So the very first button is a home button. Now, Tamara, if you hit your home button, show everybody what happens when you hit the home button.
So I'm gonna, it's a little house. I love it, so I can't even get it wrong. I don't have to hold it down. But do you see how the chair is just coming back to center?
Yes.
And now I can get up and, if it's hard to get out of the lazy boy because it feels so good. It's not difficult to get out, it's just because it's so comfortable, you don't want to get up. But now I can just get up and, you know, go to the kitchen, do what I need to do, answer the door, and then come back to my lazy boy.
That's right. Now, she's going to press, while I point on the power wand, she's going to press number 1. That is already in tune and memorized. Just like you might in your car, put your memory in, especially if you're sharing cars with your loved one. Same with the recliner. Maybe you're buying one today and you're gonna upgrade to power. You each get a memory setting. Then below that are 4 oval buttons. Okay, those ovals actually have a highlight. So this first one is for the backrest. The second is for the leg rest. The third is for the headrest. And the last is for the lumbar. So I'm gonna sit up and I'm gonna demonstrate what all of that means. So the first thing I'm gonna do is touch the head, the reclining back. So if you watch, as I press one button at the time, the headrest reclines, which is what a recliner really is. It isn't the legs coming up, it's the back going backward. And as I recline, the leg rest actually comes forward. So if you're over 6 feet, it's already beginning to support you as you recline. Then I'm gonna lift the leg rest, and you can do this one button at a time. And look what happens, that comes up. Now, if I press both together, I'm going to a full recline of 66 inches of comfort. And I'm gonna go through all the layers that we put in the comfort as well. Then if I wanna sit up and watch HSN, I'm gonna use that headrest motor. Look what it's doing. Raising my headrest up to 55 degrees. I haven't had to change the body. Maybe you feel like you want a little more lumbar support. Now I'm gonna press the lumbar button, and that is increasing my lumbar to my perfect position of reclining. I'm gonna press number 1. You'll hear a single beep, and that means it's now memorized. And when I'm ready to get up, I have 2 choices. I can either use the memory buttons on the side if I don't want to use the power remote. If I want, I can press the home button in the center. It does the same thing as the power remote. I'm not moving. The chair is doing all the work, and now I'm back to that upright seated position. The other thing I like, if you're short like I am, and you're like, well, my feet don't even touch the ground, watch what I do. I'm gonna raise the headrest. Okay, it's coming up to meet me. Now I'm gonna increase the lumbar support. It literally moves me 3 more inches, and now the tips of my toes are more supported for my different rocking. And if I raise the headrest all the way, my feet are now flat on the ground. So if you're short, you can manipulate the chair to give you the best rocking comfort, and at any time, you can press your memory button and set everything to your favorite reclining position.
This is so good. It takes you right back to where you are most comfortable. It is everything I can do to not yawn. I'm telling you, it is so comfortable. And as soon as I got in this position, I was following along with Amy, but she was going a little bit at a time, and I went all the way.
Yes.
Because I wanted to see what it was like. And for a lot of us, when we're sitting in a regular chair, obviously it doesn't give you this level of comfort. But even when we're in our bed, even when we're on our mattress, it's flat, and it can be a really good mattress. But there's nothing that equates to just support under the knees, support under the lumbar, support under the neck. Think about when you're laying down, how many pillows and things like that you need to get the position that in one memorized button, your lazy boy can give you. Just one. It is that simple. This is instant. You just, forget the world outside, and you just lazy boy the day away or the night away. For some people, this might be where they sleep.
Yes.
Because it probably is, you know, even more comfortable than the bed you sleep in for your body. And I love that we've got these today. And Amy, this is something that's not new to Lazy Boy.
No.
Lazy Boy's been around for nearly 100 years.
That's right. We just celebrated in March our 98th birthday.
Gosh.
And we are still located in our headquarters in Monroe, Michigan, where the two cousins started Lazy Boy out of their garage in 1927. Our largest plant is what you're seeing here is in Dayton, Tennessee. We are still made in America and are very proud of that as well. What we do is we design our foam, our woods, our metal. We stamp all of our own metal. Everything is designed for each individual style of recliner. We don't mass produce one size fits all. So what we're sitting in on the Trooper, our #2 selling chair for the last over 5 years, is we bring this to you because it has special designs and features, but we also test everything that we bring to you 100,000 cycles and slam the chair around and put it in a box and throw it on the floor so that when our delivery men come to your home and unpackage this into your favorite room, you know you can sit down and start using your furniture right away with confidence. It is also why we are able to give you a limited lifetime warranty. That means lifetime on the parts, lifetime on the frame, and lifetime on the mechanism for as long as you own it. Now, when you hand it down to generations, that's now considered a new owner. But everything that we do and everything that we make is heirloom quality furniture. So you may have it, and I've heard stories over stories over stories of I bought my new Lazy Boy when my son was born, and I rocked him in this Lazy Boy, and it was our story chair, and our animals were in our chairs with us. And then he got his first apartment, and we had him take the chair with him, and we got the more modern, the updated new technology. So these are the stories that we hear over and over. And you can have the confidence because Lazy Boy, the inventor of recliners, is what everybody asks for, and they think they have it.
Yes.
But they may not have an authentic chair, depending on where you purchase.
That's right. This is an authentic Lazy Boy. It's called the Trooper Plus. It's the rocker recliner. You're seeing all the colors. The brown is tawny. The more charcoal color is called lead. The lighter option there is called powder. And the lightest option on the far end is called oyster. All of these are these perfect interior colors, interior design colors that really work with no matter what color your interiors are. And you're seeing the handle, that's the manual.
That's the manual. And I love that shot because I also want you to know you can identify an authentic Lazy Boy even on the handle or the remote cradle. We stamp our name there because we are proud to be the Lazy Boy company for 98 years. And then I'll go through the manual, but the first thing I want to do is I've got to show you this fabric.
Okay, let's do it.
It is a gorgeous leather-like fabric. So you'll actually see pebbling on the fabric that looks like the grains, inherent grains on leather. We even have striations in here like you would see in a natural leather. But it is fabric, and it's iClean technology, which is exclusive to Lazy Boy. That means that we've taken 500 rolls of fabric, that's how long an upholstery bolt is, and we immerse the entire bolt into a water-based, family-friendly solution that covers every single fiber. It's nothing that sprays on the top. It's nothing that wears off after you sit down the first time. You cannot go to a big box store, buy a fresh bottle, and spray it on. It's built into the fabric so that when you have a liquid, and it reaches a 5 out of 5 stars for coffee, teas, wines, waters, and so forth. This is cranberry juice. So when I spill it on here, it beads to the surface. I wish my clothes had this on it. Because we know when you are living life comfortably with your family in your everyday rooms, accidents happen.
Yes.
My little granddaughter spilled a 32-ounce big gulp.
Oh.
And I panicked. And my husband, just like a commercial, said, honey, don't worry, it's eye clean. And I had to start laughing because I'm the one that demonstrates this all the time.
Look at that.
But look, all I'm doing is laying the paper towel next to the spills. What you can't see are spills are actually falling off of this. Wow. And I've got a couple spots.
Look at that.
With just a wonderful, firm, not hard, no rubbing, I'm just dabbing, getting the rest of it off, which you could hardly even see here, but there's a tiny bit amount of pink from that. Look, this is where all of your stain ended up. It did not end up on the surface. I want you to touch that.
It doesn't even feel wet.
Not at all.
It doesn't feel sticky. There's no residue.
Yeah.
And you know what? The way that it looks on the paper towel, that's what a stain normally, or that's what a spill normally does.
Yes.
You spill something and it immediately starts to spread and absorb. It didn't do that at all here.
Not at all. And this is, again, the iClean technology that is exclusive to Lazy Boy. So let me do that again.
Okay. And you can do it anywhere. It's not just like some magical spot.
Nope. And it's not just the oyster. But the reason I do it on the oyster color is because I want you to know you can have white creamish furniture in your home and be okay. Are you going to spill your wine? Yeah, probably. Are you going to spill your coffee, your big gulps like I did? Absolutely, because accidents happen. What if you spilled some pizza?
Oh, yes.
Well, the nice thing is, too, is that it is stain lifting.
Wow, look at that.
And if you have a stain like that, you can go right to hsn.com, and it tells you exactly what to do. It's basically taking a paper towel and picking the stain up. So there's, and so you could see there's a little couple extra drops that fall off the mother spill, I call it. I'm just doing a firm dab in those places. Again,
completely dry.
Yep. And
completely dry.
There's all of that.
Look at that.
So if you can imagine 32 ounces.
I mean.
And it took me a few paper towels, but it comes up.
And is that only on like the arms or is it all over?
The entire chair, because it's on the fabric.
That's right.
So what if someone was standing behind you and walked up and tripped? Okay, same thing. If you didn't have Lazy Boy's iClean technology, this spill would actually absorb into fabric. You know, if you spill it on your clothes, you're trying as fast as you can because it's under the next layer. Well, it's the same thing happens here. If it didn't bead to the surface, it would now be underneath the fabric. It would already be seeping into all the foam layers.
That's right.
And this is where I say that lives a life of its own. Sure, you could call one of the cleaners to come out and clean the upholstery. They can't clean the foam.
No.
You can't unupholster it to clean everything out from underneath and put it back together.
That's right.
It lives a life of its own.
This is, and I love this demonstration, and I've seen it, you know, from Lazy Boy, because this is that innovation and technology that they've created that really has set them apart from all of the others, in addition to the comfort and the recline and all of the areas that just support your body. But this really kind of supports your you know, your peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
So that you don't have to worry, because this is in your home. And home, you know, we spill things. Life gets a little messy, but not in your Lazy Boy. I want to show you all of the colors again, because I know a lot of you are shopping this afternoon. And just so you know, tawny, which is the brown, is the most limited. We have only 30 remaining in the manual option, and not much more than that in the powered option. And that's the one that I'm sitting in, which is the tawny. So if that's the one you want, and it's in your shopping cart, go ahead and check out. Keep watching the presentation, but go ahead and check out to make sure you get it. Right next door is lead. And let's talk about that color too, because it's so popular.
You know, that is the true charcoal gray. If you have gray cabinets, if you have, you know, the new trend is to do painted cabinets, whether it's the greens, the dark blues, the gray takes on a blue cool family or a green cool family, but it also accents and softens your red, yellows, and oranges that are your warm colors. Next to it is powder. Now, I don't know if we can scan up behind it, but look at the artwork on the back wall. A lot of us use neutral artwork, and that blends right into all of the whites, the creams, the silvers, the golds. And then, of course, you could put your warm colors, and then it continues to cool the warm colors down. That is one of my favorite chameleons. And then, of course, the oyster that I've been sitting in, yes, this iClean technology is on all 4 colors all the way around, so you can have light and white furniture in your home.
This is, so peace of mind, I want you to get it. You're really going to love that oyster, but I will tell you, if you want it in the powered option, we only have 40 of those remaining in the powered option, okay? And only 20 left in the manual in that oyster. Let's talk about, so we'll show you the stain, you know, the stain resistancy again in just a few moments, but I want to talk about what makes it so comfortable.
Absolutely.
Shall we head on over?
Yes, I want to do a manual because it's easier for us to do that. Then we'll come back to your chair and I can show some more power features that are exclusive again to La-Z-Boy that you won't find anywhere else. Now, on the manual, I'm going to open the manual up so that you can see how this works. First of all, this is a beautiful arc handle, and it's actually 3 inches longer than La-Z-Boy's standard handle. Here is a space that's kind of fits the finger. Notice how I just put my finger here? This is single finger operation with a 3-position locking leg rest. Okay? Now, this is, remember, I said locking. Every other reclining company out there, the leg rest goes up, but it isn't a lock, okay? That's a feature. So what if your pet came running and wanted to jump in your lap? What if one of your children or grandchildren did that? It's safely keeping you in the chair and keeping the children safe as well. Now, if you hear more clicking, this is our 18-position ratchet.
Wow.
Look how far back I can get that recliner. This is 66 inches of reclining comfort. A mattress, twin size, is 72 inches. Now, what La-Z-Boy also does in this chair is, you saw the factory footage. This is blown fiber, triple tumbled. So when your head sits here, notice how it comes up around my hand. This is supporting each side of the neck and the top of the head as well. Then we have your full lumbar pillow, not only a lower lumbar, but the upper lumbar. We never think about our kidneys and the upper center of our back. All of this is supported. Now, as I sit up, look what happens to the leg rest. This happens automatically with the power. But notice how the back of the knee support changes?
Yes.
Because as you sit up, we want the chair to follow your body movements to keep you in the best comfort position. Then we're going to talk about the bucket seat. This is why this is our #2 selling recliner. This is a bucket seat, just like in your car. So underneath here, we give you 2 triangles of foam, and these are not chunks. La-Z-Boy does everything with cut pieces designed for just this style of chair. That keeps the body in the center. Notice how this dips just a little bit, so it actually comes up around the hip bones and supports you here. And then we give you Tempur-Pedic memory foam that goes all the way in the back that you don't even see, because when you're sitting down, you want that comfort all the way back. We trail it over that bucket seat, through the leg rest, and all the way underneath where the ankles are. Why do we do that? Because the taller you are, your ankles hang over slightly more. You need that support behind you as well. What about other companies? First of all, before I finish, the foam that we do in the arms, again, specifically cut for this design, the foam doesn't end here. It goes all the way to the back and wraps around, because when you're sitting down also, your arms move with you, and we keep you fully supported at any time. This is what other companies do if they sell special kinds of foams. They cut the arms here because that's where the back end. So you'll feel construction back here versus comfort. And if they have a special cushion, they start it here. Now I'm going to draw a line here so you can see what happens when you recline and you've got nothing back here. Not with La-Z-Boy. This is all, again, that Tempur-Pedic foam and the bucket seat foam goes all the way here to the back to support you no matter what you're sitting in.
Wow.
Now,
literally everywhere
everywhere
your body touches.
When I sit up, you're going to hear this, and the chair's going to launch a little bit because there's no body weight in it, but you lower the handle, and you'll hear a big click. Please understand that doesn't mean your Lazy Boy is broken. That means everything that I locked into position now unlocked. And so we call them the sounds of comfort. That means your chair's working correctly.
And that's important, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, so you can know if you are picking up the manual. And a lot of you want the manual. You say, for whatever reason, the remote control, the powered is not for you, or maybe just where you're gonna put it in your home. It just makes more sense to have it as the manual. Definitely do that. But when you hear those clicks, and then you hear the unclick, it's the unlock. The click is the lock, and then the big one at the end is the unlock. So now you are getting up and you are going throughout the house after that. I will tell you, they're going quickly. Amy does have another show this evening. Maybe, and I say that maybe because a lot of you are shopping. If you want the tawny, which is the brown, we've got fewer than 30, and is that overall or just in the manual? Fewer than 30 if you want this tawny, okay? And so please don't miss out on picking that up. So underneath, you've been talking about the foam and the support of it. And there's a lot of innovation and technology that's gone into that as well.
I wish I had a bucket seat sample to show you what that looks like. But this is our high resiliency foam. So imagine my arms are like the shapes of foams. That's your bucket. Then on top of the bucket, we put high resiliency foam, because when you first sit down, none of us sit gently when we sit in our furniture.
No,
we plop. So this is a billiard ball, a cue ball. We're all familiar with that. This is what happens with our body when we plop. It accepts our body weight and kind of moves with us as we sit down. But what we've done is partnershiped with Tempur-Pedic. And we are the only company that's done that. So they are the #1 known mattress brand for memory foam. We worked with their scientists and our engineers. It took well over 5 years to take a mattress down to the right cell structure for a seat cushion. So what happens when I put my elbows in? I'm not even putting pressure on my elbows. That is coming up around each of the bones to support me. And I'm gonna take that cue ball. I'm gonna move this over because I broke some fingers and I don't have my splint on right now. So I'm gonna do it with my left hand, and I'm just gonna very gently press the cue ball down until my hand is flush with the memory foam. The Tempur response. This is the response part. When you get up, look, there's still a small indentation of the cue ball, and after I lift it and take the weight off, it's completely flat.
That's right.
Now, I would like for you to take your hands and roll this. We're gonna watch your fingers disappear. As that
and just roll?
Foam,
Oh, wow.
So see, and go a little slower. Now, watch your hands disappear in here. And you can see the foam is coming up and around, so there's no crushing, there's no separation, there's no pinching. It's super soft, but every time someone sits down, you get your own customized seating. So you've got bucket seat for support, you've got the high resiliency for body movement, and then you've got Tempur response memory foam for customized seating in any position that you move.
Look, and then totally flat.
Totally flat.
So it's not going to kind of, you know, I'm not going to stand up and turn around and look at the chair and see my body imprint in the chair.
We call those tush divots, by the way.
Well, tush, I love that there's a specific name for it. And this is the thing, too. When you have this kind of durability, you've got a chair that's going to be long lasting, and it's not going to be one that's just, well, it felt good in the beginning and then it just started to kind of break down. And that gives you that deeper relaxation. It gives you that enhanced durability, and it's through and through. Again, this is Lazy Boy. They have been in business for 98 years this year in the United States of America. That's the factory, one of the factories that you see around the country.
We are all over the country. Look at that metal. That was being stamped by us. When you go into the factory, you know when that machine room is working because you feel like a little earthquake under your feet. I mean, that's how hard it takes to stamp metal. This is where we actually refine the seat and arm cushions. Each little tiny piece is cut with what I consider like a laser cut. And then there's your layers of seat cushions. This is the back of the Trooper. There was a single tumble that is industry standard where we are triple tumbled. Our men and women, we're proud to have your family and neighbors working with us. They cut and sew everything. This is us testing the fabric. This is us testing the high resiliency foam. This is us with a 250-pound solid steel dummy that tests those recliners 100,000 cycles. And then we pound the leg rest. That was the locking leg rest. So you know it's intact when you put a big hammer that's slamming it closed. Then we put it again in a box up on the height of what an 18-wheeler delivery truck would be and drop it so that when it's delivered to your home, you now know it's unboxed by our delivery team, set up for you, and you can sit down and enjoy living as comfortably as you possibly could.
In your Lazy Boy, I'm telling you, and the way that it's delivered, they take it in for you.
Yes.
So they'll take it up or downstairs,
Yes,
right?
so this is white glove delivery. We call you in about 7 to 10 days to make an appointment. You do not have to be home all day. You can, we're gonna call you 30 minutes out, let you know we're on our way. And then when we get there, you just point and tell us where you want it. Is it up 1 flight, 2 flights, 3 flights? That doesn't matter to us. If it's going downstairs, maybe in the family room or the movie theater room, we'll take it there. The back on, whether it's power or the manual, the backs just slide onto the base. With the power, because there are 4 motors, it takes us a little extra minute, truly a minute to put it together. We connect the power connections. We actually put it connected then to a surge protection box, which I'm going to get up and show you in just a minute. And then from there, we plug it into the wall. We actually send along with you 2 AAA batteries to put in the back of your wireless remote. And then you sit down and start programming your remote exactly the way you'd like to have it. And we take away all of the packaging because we 98% recycle. We don't want you to think about what is that big box going to do at my curb.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like a TV box. What do you do with those? Let us take all the packaging because we are going to recycle it. And then I'm going to come around, like I said to you earlier. I want to come down around and show everybody the cradle.
Okay.
This is the cradle where the wireless remote is housed. Again, you'll see there's the Lazy Boy logo. It has a small divot here, so your finger can take the remote and then begin to use it. But the cradle itself has features. This is a USB charging port, so it will charge from 0 to 100 versus maintenance. You have your home button here, plus your 2 memory buttons. And then in the front, okay, everybody, where's my phone?
Oh,
and my phone I've got on silent, so you can't find it in the house. Well, we don't have silent on this. You can press this button, and the remote starts to beep. So wherever it is in the house, right? Wherever it is in the house, then you find it, press any button, and now you're ready for using that again. And what if you have, I call my little ones sticky fingers.
Okay.
Okay, if you have sticky fingers at home and you're reclined and I want to start pressing all the buttons and make you move. There is a communication button inside the cradle. If you turn this to the back, just flip it to the back, now this won't work, okay? And we've actually had people on HSN say, mine doesn't work. Well, what they don't realize is when you picked up this power wand, you may have slid the button without even knowing that you did that. Just double check it, slide it to the front, and now you've got full communication again.
This is good. I'll have to remember that because my husband would start pressing buttons on me, probably.
Now, in the back,
and then
there's 8 feet of cord, and the communications box. But when we come back, because I can hear music, when we come back, I want to show our lithium-ion battery.
Let's do it.
So that you can float your power furniture in the room.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break because a lot of you are on the phones, you're shopping. If you have questions, hang out there. We do have a little bit of a hold, so if you could use hsn.com, that's going to be your fastest way. Stay with us. We've got more coming up.
Hey there. Let's chat about getting some of the best deals on the things you love. Because when you're an HSN card VIP, the perks are all yours. And who doesn't love extra perks? Like 12 to 18-month VIP financing on select items, plus extra flex on items that you love all day, every day. And HSN card VIPs enjoy extra perks. Oh, if you apply today and if approved, you could get $25 off your order. So, are you ready to jump in? Give them a ring or visit hsn.com.
Get deals on tap with the HSN app. Opt into push notifications to get shipping updates, app-only deals, and special offers sent straight to your phone. Get alerts when your favorite items have dropped in price or come back in stock. Take your shows on the go. Stream HSN wherever you are, 24 hours a day. Download now and take $10 off your first app purchase. Happy shopping.
HSN. I'm Tamara Hooks. I'm your host. Amy Solomon's joining us. And by the looks of it, you can probably tell we are enjoying our Lazy Boy. And I know that a lot of you are shopping for yours. I'm sitting in the tawny color in the powered option. You can see my remote control. We also, and Amy's sitting in the oyster color, which is the lightest option that we have. We've got other colors that we're going to share with you. But let me just give you some quick updates, especially if you are saying, I want the oyster, I want the one that Amy's sitting in, I want the powered option. I only have 30 left of those, okay? And then the oyster in the manual option, which is what you see right there, we only have 20 remaining. And we're going to show you why so many people are loving the oyster and they're not afraid to go with a lighter color. You don't have to be afraid, and we're going to show you why in just a moment. The powder that you see there, it's going to be this beautiful misty blue-gray. We've got that available. Only 40 in the powered option, and then 22 left in the manual option.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh. And then we have lead. Lead is going to be more of your charcoal gray if you just want a rich, kind of smoky gray color. We've got that for you. And it has been a very popular color, especially in interiors and interior design. We're down to 22 remaining in the manual option. And last, what you see right there is tawny. That is a standout. Everybody's loving the tawny brown. That's the one that I'm sitting in. We've got it. I'm sitting in the powered option, and you're seeing the manual option there, right there along our screen. I will just tell you, we're limited in everything. We're limited in everything. And it's because of the way this has not only been created, but the comfort it brings to you. And comfort also extends to the pricing. So you've got great prices here at HSN. You can see that our regular price would be closer to, what, $29, almost $3,000 at retail. Our price would be over $2,100 for this exact same chair that you're looking at right here. So you've got such a great deal, but use FlexPay. Use any major credit card, and you can get the powered option home for $339 and change. But if you use your HSN card, you can get our no interest VIP financing for 18 months. And it's like having an 18-month flex pay. So for you, it would be $94 and change on your HSN card. If you don't have an HSN card yet, visit hsn.com/HSN card, get one, and then get your Lazy Boy. So the powered option would be $94 and change. The manual option on that HSN card would be $61 to get your Lazy Boy. We have a great relationship with Lazy Boy here at HSN, and we periodically throughout the year bring you some of the styles that you would have chosen and you would have built on your own. This is called the Trooper. And if you're just joining us, we've been talking about all of the features of it. One of those is that this is power, so it plugs into power.
Yes.
But, so it needs to be relatively near an outlet, right?
At least 8 feet.
Okay.
8 feet.
But if you want to kind of float it in the middle of the room and you're not near an outlet, Lazy Boy's thought of that too.
We have a lithium-ion battery. Now, all of our power, including the battery, is UL certified, which is the highest that you can get when you're talking about components. This battery is, as you see there, it will charge in about 5 to 7 hours. It connects to the back of the chair and your power cords. Allow it to charge for 5 to 7 hours, and then you can unplug the power cords and just put them in a nearby drawer and put them away. You don't have to think about it. Now, it will stay charged anywhere from 3 to 10 days for you. Why is there a 7-day spread? Well, some of you live at home, or maybe this is your office chair, one of the most comfortable stay-at-home office chairs you could have, and maybe you're using it more often. So as that happens, you're going to use the battery. The same thing with charging the USB port. It uses some of that battery. But if you're home in the evenings for an hour or two, your legs are up for watching the news, and then you get ready to go to bed, it's going to last closer to that 10 days. We also have a beep in this, like we do with the Power Wand if you've misplaced it. This will begin to beep to let you know it's time to charge it again. Bring the cord back out, put it right back with these connections, let it charge again overnight, 5 to 7 hours, and then disconnect and you're ready to use your chair again.
It's that simple. So
It's
I can
so
either,
easy.
if you want the battery, we have fewer than 4 dozen of those remaining, just so you know. And if you want to go ahead and add those to your shopping cart, you can get those on FlexPay as well for just about $40, okay? But those will be gone pretty soon.
Yeah.
So,
and this flow, you just put it right up underneath the chair. Nobody will even know that you have a power recliner. You don't have to worry about tripping over any cords. You don't have to worry about the cat trying to chew on the cords. You don't have to worry about, like in my house, I have one of those robotic vacuums, and it loves to grab the cords.
Yes.
So this is why I use this.
I like that. I like that. And so you've got options there. If you're saying, I love the chair that you're sitting in, Amy.
Yes.
The oyster color.
Yes.
But what if?
What if?
How about when? When you spill something,
and
not
you
what
will.
if. And
And
you
you
will.
will.
Because this is real life.
This is iClean technology. I'm going to let that sit there while I explain iClean technology to you. It is a water-based, family-friendly solution that we take an entire bolt of fabric and immerse the bolt of fabric after it's been woven into this solution so that every single fiber is then covered with this solution. It does not wear off. It does not come out on your clothing. It doesn't come off after I've picked the spill up. It doesn't come in a can, so you can't refresh it and go to the big box store and buy some of the other brands that do that. It stays just like this. And watch, if I roll this around, it's gonna keep moving. Oh, there goes. So that's what happens. It ends up on the carpet, it ends up on the floor, it ends up on your tables. So same thing, you're just gonna dab those up just on your table. On each side, I'm going to give you one for that side. This time, I want you to pick up that one there.
Okay.
So everybody can see. Just hold the paper towel right next to it. And that's it. And then you've got a little dab there that fell off. So there you go. Same thing, grab this one.
Look at that.
Grab
it's
that
actually
one.
fun.
Yes, it is. It is.
Look at that.
You don't want to do this as a demo in your house to your friends and neighbors because, you know, you want to have your secrets just to yourself. How many of us like, oh, I'm going to have that because they have that? No, no, no. Keep your secrets.
Look at that.
Pat it one more time because I can see a little tiny spot. And that's what we do. It's just a firm pat. So there's yours. There's mine. Okay? All of that was spilled on here, but now this is dry and you don't have to, oh, don't sit down, I need 2 hours, I need to bring the fan out.
Right.
You know,
Nope.
just if you see anything extra like
Look at
this, and I see nothing, but if you feel like you see anything extra, oh, there was actually a little bit more that you couldn't even see,
Right.
but the paper towel picked it up.
But your Lazy Boy fabric did not absorb it.
Correct. So the Tempur-Pedic Response memory foam, that bucket seat foam that's inside, anything that's underneath doesn't get soiled, and then it doesn't have a life of its own. It just stays on the surface.
Because look at I think the paper towel just really tells the story.
does.
Because when you spill something, it's layers on layers on
Yes.
layers that it goes down into
That's
your
right.
regular chair or fabric that
That's
doesn't
right.
stop it. It could be so deep in the chair where even if you clean the surface of regular fabric,
right.
you still know it's
Yes.
deep in the chair. That doesn't happen with your Lazy Boy fabrication.
Not at
this
all.
is one of my favorite
And
features.
again, this is exclusive, which, by the way, you know, there's so much that we can talk about. Can you explain the fabric in your description and opinion? Because I can tell you, it looks like leather and it's super soft, but I prefer you tell everyone.
Well, I'll tell you, to me, it feels like a micro suede. It feels
Yes.
like almost like a soft nubuck, where it's not hot feeling, it's not sticky, it's not, it's welcoming. It's one of those kinds of fabrics that you do kind of find yourself kind of rubbing,
Yes.
because it's got such a beautiful hand to it. If you think about like a brushed micro suede, to me, that's what it feels like.
Good.
Your
That's
favorite fall
beautiful.
boots.
Oh,
That's
I
what this
love
feels
that.
like. And it's everywhere. It's behind your head, your neck, your shoulders, your back, your lumbar, your hips, your seat, your thighs, your calves, your ankles, under your elbows. It's everywhere. It is comfort every single place that your body touches in this Lazy Boy. And that's one of the things that the first time you sit down, that's what you're gonna feel. You're gonna say, well, it feels good just sitting in it before I've even programmed it to my body. It feels good just as is. So I'm just so impressed with what Lazy Boy brings to us from the very beginning. And so as you're looking at this, and I know a lot of you are shopping because we are spending more time at home.
Yes, we are.
And we just want something that's gonna be comfortable, something that we feel like was made for us, because other furniture in our home, it wasn't made for us. It was made, you know, for the specs of sitting at a table or something like that.
And everything we've done here today is custom order features. We ask you, we welcome you to go to lazyboy.com and look at the Trooper. But what you're gonna see is the Trooper without all the bells and whistles. You can shop the power version, you can shop the manual version, but what we've added in here are our top selling custom order features. And that is the iClean fabric. That is a very high-end feature. That power Tempur-Pedic memory foam that I'm going to show you in just a second, that is an upgrade of a feature. The wireless remote is an upgrade. That arc handle is an upgrade. We put a coffee finish on the runners of the rocker base. That is an upgrade. So you need to do all of that. And then with our partnership with HSN, we include the delivery and the setup. So everything we've done is so that you don't have to wait with what could be a normal 6 to 8 or 12 week long time for custom orders. These are already put together.
Right.
When you place your order, we're going to call you in 7 to 10 days and make an appointment. The day of your delivery, we call you 30 minutes out and let you know we're on the way, so you're not sitting at home all day waiting. And then once we cross the threshold, you just tell us where you want your furniture.
This is so
we put it all together.
Yes.
This is where we're talking about the back goes right onto the base. And then with the power version, we just make the harness connections, what we call DIN, D-I-N connections. They lock, so when you sit down, they're not gonna come loose. And then you just sit down, whether it's the manual, start using the handle, whether it's the power, then you just start programming all of that comfort.
I'll tell you, know what? It would make a perfect, I love that you were saying you'll order it, you'll have it very soon.
Yes.
This is the Father's Day gift that you've been looking for. Do not buy, not another top tie, not another belt, you know, not another coupon for, you know, a free, you know, kiss,
That's
whatever.
Right. That's right.
You want, if you're giving a gift that's really the gift of, I think about you, I think about your comfort and your well-being, Lazy Boy has got to be at the top of that list. And because you can spread out the payment and you're giving not a gift for today, but for today and the future.
That's right.
It is such a great option for you to go ahead and pick up now. And it's a durable chair, and we're gonna show you why.
This is right. This is our high resiliency foam. So we're gonna have the bucket seat foam underneath on top of the frame, and then on top of that we put the high resiliency foam. So this is a cue ball from the billiard set. We drop it, and this is accepting your body weight. This is what we do, people. We plop in our furniture. Then on top of that, we put the Tempur-Pedic Response memory foam, exclusive to Lazy Boy. We are the only company out there that partners with Tempur-Pedic. So that same cue ball, watch what happens, the difference. It stops. Why does it stop? Because this accepted all of the body plopping, if you will. This now accepts the body weight. And then as you move in the chair, the memory foam follows you.
Look at that.
So this is your hip flexors. This is your tailbone. This is that lower lumbar area close to the seat. This is behind the knees. This is your hamstrings. This is your calf muscles, and all the way down past the ankles. I like to do this to get the ball to disappear, and the harder I push, notice that my fingers are also disappearing. As I get up,
look at that.
This recovers and then is flush and back ready for the next person to sit down for their own customized seating.
I love this. I love that you got to see that close up, and that is built into, this is the cushioning for your chair. And if you put your fingers in, and if you know, you can see they disappear.
Yes.
And then I get up, and it's nice and smooth and ready for the next time I sit down, or ready for the next person.
Yes.
So this is your own custom fit while you're in it, and then your next family member can sit in it and have their own custom fit while they're in it. And that's why I say this is a chair, this is a durable chair that's gonna last for today and for the future.
So let me show you, after you see the graphics, let me show you again and remind you, where in the chair is this? All right, that is the Tempur-Pedic memory foam on the top. That is the yellow version that you saw there, is our high resiliency foam. And this is actually what's supporting you when you first sit down, and then as you shift and move in the chair is what the Tempur Response memory foam does. Where do we put it? This is the manual recliner. I'm gonna talk about all those clicks again in just a second, but it goes all the way here in the back, in areas that you don't see because you're sitting down, and then it comes through the bucket. This is the bucket on each side, but this is on top of the bucket itself, comes up over where your calves will be, and then gradually comes down underneath the recliner base, because we want to make sure that the ankles are supported all the way through. That is how a true sit is in a recliner. I'm gonna bring this back up, and I want everyone to see. Would you like to sit next to me in the manual recliner?
Yes,
so everybody can
absolutely.
see how we fit in them?
I'm gonna scooch through.
Yeah.
They're a little close together.
So I can immediately feel my body getting that Tempur-Pedic memory foam comfort. You first sit down, you feel like, okay, it might be a little firm, but I immediately feel my body start to sink in, and I can feel how it's already come up over my around my hips and my calves and my calves. Even down here, I'm still rocking. When you open the handle, you have a 3-position locking leg rest. This is locking. And then it looks like we're floating a little bit downhill. What we did with that ratchet inside is, as soon as you begin to recline, the leg rest comes up for what is best in your body weight. And then you go back to that full 66 inches of reclining. So much padding at the top, so much of that back support, the kidneys I can feel support all the way through. Look at what the memory foam has done up against my legs and down here even with my calves and my ankles. If you're taller, your ankles are going to come down here and you will be fully supported. The chair itself is 38 inches wide, 39 inches deep, and 42 inches in back height. It's a small footprint. This is barely larger than a yardstick forward and to the back. But then all of this headrest room, so from 5 feet to 6 something, you're gonna have so much comfort. And in the manual, which I forgot to tell earlier, 3-position locking footrest, a 18-position ratchet. This gives you 54 reclining positions.
Wow.
And you can recline while you're still rocking. This is what Lazy Boy's invention is.
Yeah.
It's because of how we hinge the chair in the back. You don't have to have your leg rest up to recline. Every other company out there, if the leg rest isn't up, you can't recline.
That's
so
true.
This is our ingenuity and our invention since 1927.
Oh my, you know what? I wish I'd had this when my little girl was a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the nights I sat and had to kind of rock her to sleep. And for myself, I was sometimes in uncomfortable positions because I'm holding someone who's, you know, a little bit heavy and all the weight is on one side. I could have had more comfort on one side. We could have rocked comfortably. I wish. But you know what? It's never too late for comfort. Yeah. Let me tell you, it could, though, be almost too late if you wait too long for that Oyster. In the Oyster, in the manual, we have 15 remaining, and that's it. If you want the Oyster in the powered option, we have 20 remaining, and that is it. And Amy does have another show this evening at 9 p.m. So think about this. As you're watching us, if the seat you're sitting in right now isn't comfortable or isn't as comfortable as this is, or you find yourself having to put a pillow behind your back or behind your head, or you're constantly shifting and adjusting in it, then this is your chair. Let me just remind you, Tawny, this is lead, we have powder, and right now we still have Oyster, and those are going very, very quickly. And this really is the time to think about it as you're getting, you know, for the summer season, we're home maybe a little bit more, and you want that comfort, and you deserve that comfort, and you want to put that comfort in the hands of a company that has been their mission for 98 years. And I will tell you, this is a great time to go ahead and pick it up. Just as we sit, because we've been sitting all different ways with our knees in. I was sitting cross-legged. I could scooch all the way over to the end and have room right here for my pet, for my child. There's plenty of room in this chair. I do not want you to think it's, you know, it's not going to be comfortable for you in that way.
Not at all. So it's what I call the medium footprint. So it's just slightly larger in the front of a yardstick. But way we shape these arms, these padded arms, gives so much interior room. I mean, look, I'm crawled up in here. I don't need to have my leg rest up, and the chair is still rocking. Now, when I'm ready, I'll raise the leg rest. I can do one little touch at a time, or I can hold it down and allow it to bring me to that reclining position. If I stretch my legs out, look at how much room is in the chaise. We call this a T cushion. We built it this way on this chair so that you do have room for your fur babies as well. And then I can raise the headrest, or I can recline, go back into that 66 full inches of reclining comfort, take my little nap, and when I'm ready to watch HSN, all I have to do is raise the headrest, and it allows me to have a conversation, read a book, watch television. I can increase the lumbar, and if I'm all done, just press the home button. Don't move. You don't have to move. Let the chair do all the work for you.
Amy, I love how smooth it is. It's not jarring in any way. It's quiet. It's whisper quiet. So, you know, in the middle of the night or first thing in the morning or when everybody's asleep, nobody's going to know that you're reclining in your chair. It is really as great as we say and then some. So I invite you to pick yours up. Oyster is going to be the one that goes first. Tawny is the brown. And it's right behind there. And we have powder and lead. Those are your options. Use FlexPay. You've got free shipping. You've got white glove delivery. We'd love to send it on out, and it would make the perfect, most memorable Father's Day gift ever. ever. Okay. Amy, thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for those that bought that.
For
the
sure.
recliner today. I can't wait to hear how comfortable you are.
So we've got Andrew Lessman coming up, and then I'll see you on the other side. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Andrew Lessman here with a very quick word about our PC liver and brain. Despite it being a quick word, it's an incredibly important ingredient, incredibly important product. The principal phospholipid in our brain is phosphatidylcholine. The principal phospholipid in our liver is phosphatidylcholine. There's an abundance of research on benefits to our liver, detoxification, benefits to our brain with those normal age-related changes in our brain when we deliver adequate amounts of phosphatidylcholine. So phosphatidylcholine, the way I look at it, when I talk about calcium in bone, when I talk about glucosamine in joints, it's one thing to talk about a drug and how it works on a system or an organ. It's a whole better thing to talk about something that's actually a structural component and directly bears on function for those organs. And when we're talking about phosphatidylcholine, it's an absolutely essential principal structural component to our liver. 2/3 of the membrane surface area in our liver is phosphatidylcholine. The principal phospholipid in our brain's a lipid-based structure, phosphatidylcholine. Of course, there's also phosphatidylinositol, phosphatidylethanolamine, and guess what? You also get those phospholipids in this product as well. So if you want an incredibly affordable, and it's a monthly special this month, opportunity to make a difference in the phospholipids that make up every cell membrane in your body,